Hello and welcome to this weekend market analysis. It's a brand new week, and the market is there for us to analyze. We are going to be looking into what happened in the past week and also try to forecast the market direction for this upcoming trading week. Okay. All right, very quickly, let's look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news announcements that are scheduled for this upcoming trading week. Well, not really much. You can see the calendar here from Tuesday to Friday, even though we have one here over the weekend, next weekend. Monday is blank, not much, no high impact news announcement. All right. Um, Overall, we don't have much of high impact news announcement for the week. Probably economic events tends to be slowing down, and also awaiting the almighty Brexit announcement or fundamental event in December. So let's just move into the charts and see what we have waiting for us. All right, let's take a look at the first pair, the euro against the American dollar. We had analyzed this before, and we talked about the pattern that we had in mind, that this is likely going to end up as an expanding triangle. The lower leg has been tested right here, retested here. We are expecting that at any rate price will wiggle to the upside, okay, to retest the upper boundary somewhere in there. We are still seeing much of hesitation for several weeks. Price has been sideways. Price has remained around that area, flat, a momentumless market, a non-directional pair. Well, if we have to stick to this pattern, then we must be careful going short, even though it looks quite good, especially in the daily time frame, that price is pushing to the downside. We have to be extremely careful hitting on the sell button. Should this pattern hold true, then it will be quite risky to go short, because price might just push to the upside anywhere from that area. At any rate, that's an area of support. All right, in the daily time frame, let's see what's been going on here. Remember the last time we did our review here, we marked at this level. Okay, just going to mark that for you to see. All right, change that to let me keep it within the daily time frame, and I will change that color to red so I can identify that it's coming from the daily time frame. Okay, we did analyze this previously, and I talked about that breakout. The price is likely going to make a pullback, and for a continuation move, you can see how that level held price very firmly. Okay, it held price quite firmly. Also recall that we had also drawn this level. Let me try to get that, just give me a minute. All right, from that high to this low. Okay, where we talked about this breakout point acting as support. All right, that's the trend line, that's the focal point. Bounces right there, that was the breakout point. Okay, that was where that whole downtrend came to an end. It got broken. All right, that's the breakout point. So the breakout point usually acts as support. All right, acts as support. You can see the retest here. Price is coming again, whether we'll get a breakout or a bounce. Okay, so we are just going to mark that breakout point. Give me a second. Okay, going to mark that breakout point. That's it. That's our key level of support right now. You can see a little test here, first resistance here, hit right here. All right, so that's our level, our key level of support. If this is broken, then we'll be looking for more downside, but as it is, you really do not want to hit on your sell button against that level of support. Okay, again, this level has played its part. It is done. If you want to keep that level, well, you can keep it that way, but trust me, this over pattern here is over. Right, it's quite over. What I am trying to anticipate now is something like this. That's a channel. I'm sure most of you must have drawn that. Okay, um, that's the upper width, now the upper boundary of that channel. Okay, all right, so what's going to happen is that let me take out this and tell you what's really going to happen. That has happened over time. Price is likely going to push to the downside. All right, a lot of traders might be hitting on their sell button around that zone, might be hitting heavily on the sell button without taking into consideration this channel leg. All right, without taking into consideration this channel leg that has acted as support. So as they constantly hit on their sell button, feeling that that level of support has been taken out, sooner than later you find price, okay, reacting off that level, and bang, it goes up. Okay, so if you're watching this video right now, you need to know that this is a problematic zone and you really do not want to hit on your sell button against that level. Again, this pattern, just as it is, this pattern is a signal. All right, it's a hint that the overall push is likely going to be to the upside. So be careful trading within that zone. All right, so to speak, be careful trading within that zone. At best, if you are very conservative, you want price to break out of this range, either to the upside or to the downside. Okay, all right, so that's it. This is the pattern that I am seeing here. I am thinking this is what is going to play out in the following days. All right, let's look into the forwards time frame just to see what's been going on. Forwards time frame, let's bring this level here. Okay, all right, let's move on to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, let's see this. Okay, we got a range. Actually, we got that range. Okay, that's the sideways buyers. The range gave way last week Friday, so if we are able to get some pullback to anywhere around in here, that is where you should be looking for your sell entry in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, anywhere around in here, the 1.1054, okay, anywhere around there, and the 1.1044 area, anywhere within that zone. Okay, price is likely going to, if we get the pullback anywhere there, you can look for your short entries based on your trading strategy. All right, that's it. Let's move on to the next pair, the American dollar against the Japanese yen. Well, I really do not want to waste much time in the weekly time frame. I just want to quickly show you what I am also anticipating. A channel, actually, a friend, a very good friend, a very good trader, shared this as well with me, and I am liking that pattern, that this is what is likely going to play out. We're having a channel. All right, just like we have in the euro against the American dollar, that is the same channels, and this area has been holding price as support. The hesitation there is quite weak. Okay, but at any rate, you need price to break below. Okay, if you have the nerves, then you want to look for your buy entry somewhere in there, maybe your stop loss somewhere around in here. All right, your stop loss somewhere around in there. If this pattern plays out for you, then you are going to ride price all the way again to somewhere in there. Okay, but these are very low quality patterns that I do not trade myself. Okay, I don't trade it. It's a sign of a low volume market, and I don't want to get trapped within that type of channels. All right, let's move into the next one, the American dollar against the Swiss franc. A similar price behavior. Remember, in the weekly time frame, we had established an expanding triangle. We were looking for price to come down to the lower leg of that triangle, and it's not happening yet. In fact, in the weekly time frame, you can see that triangle that I was talking about. Okay, the hesitation around here is just too much, a sign of a low volume market. As one candle goes bearish, the next one goes bullish, the next one bearish, the next one bullish, and so on and so forth. A sign of low volume market, market confusion. In the daily time frame, this is what I am actually looking at. We are seeing some form of higher swing close there, okay, and a bit of a higher swing high. So let's just draw our channel. right here. Let me keep that in the daily. Okay. This here. Okay, so that is what I am anticipating, that this low volume market is also in a channel. So as it goes up somewhere in there, we expect to see price come back down. So this is resistance and this is support. This is a sell zone, this is a buy zone. If you are trading the range, well, if you're trading within these zones, well, you need to know this is resistance and this is support. For me, it's a low volume market, and so I don't trade in extremely low volume markets. All right, let's see what's going to happen in the 4 hours time frame. Nothing really. Just keep this here. Okay, nothing to waste my time on. All right, let's move into the next pair, the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen in the weekly time frame. We're actually seeing again a heavy range in the weekly time frame. Price has been sideways within that range. Okay, within that range, the next directional bias is obviously to the downside, so it's safer to look for short opportunities. Let me just define that range within the weekly time frame. Okay, blue color, bring it down. All right, so that's the range. Now into the daily time frame. In the daily time frame, oh, sorry about that. Let me bring this line in the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame. Let's see that. All right, so that's the range. Now within the daily time frame, after this heavy run, after that nice run to the upside, we went sideways, and price seems to be breaking the lower boundary of that sideways behavior. You can see that sideways behavior, and right now we have gotten a breakout to the downside. So let's mark that daily sideways behavior with a red line. Okay, and to the top here, right there. Okay, now I am liking this this breakout. All right, the breakout happening momentum, and so if we get a pullback to that zone, we should be looking for our short entries in the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. I am actually liking this price action a lot. All I want to see now is a good pullback. If I get a good pullback to that area, then I'll be ready to take a trade. So it is on my radar, and I am watching this. In fact, in the 4 hours time frame, I am following this very closely. Now you can see the trend in the 4 hours time frame is very clear. That's the first swing, this is a pullback, that's a breakout. All right, so what do we need to see? We need to see a pullback to retest the previous swing low. All right, this previous swing low right here, which is also an area in the daily time frame. So once we get a pullback, this is where we want to be searching for our short entries. If we get the bounce according to our trading strategy, then we'll be looking for our nice entry to right price back down. It seems to be a very healthy trend. If you measure the high of that first swing to the low and the high of that second swing to the low, all right, there seems to be some sort of an equidistance in terms of movement. So it's a very solid move. It's a nice trend that is beginning to form, so we should keep our eyes here, waiting for that to pull back, then to look for our short entries. Okay, it's on my radar. I'll be following this. All right, the next one is the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. Well, quite a bit of a pain here. This is the monthly time frame. Let's keep this level, let's keep this area. It is an area, keep that in the monthly. Okay, then which level else we may want to keep? This one here. There is no solid trend. This low here, all right, this low has not been taken out, so I really do not want to call that a trend. But at any rate, let's just keep that level there. Okay, let's just keep it there. Well, aside from the fact that it is a level that price is currently trading at, which is likely going to be resistance, I am also finding another interesting zone. I may want to take this out. I don't want too much of lines. Keep this one right here. All right, so what do I have here? That's the first bounce. This is a retest. That was a breakout. This is a pullback. Right there we could be finding a confluence of resistance for price to come back down. Okay, so you need to be very careful trading around this area. That is a point of resistance for the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar, unless it breaks. All right, until it breaks, you don't really want to go long. In the weekly time frame, you can already see that rejection. That's the rejection there. Sorry, I think I lost connection. Okay, now that's the rejection there. That pin bar is a good sign to let you know that the bears might be driving price to the downside. Well, I would have loved to go short around that zone, but as you know, there is a heavy fundamental event for the sterling pounds by I think the second week of December. That could affect price movement. But if you are very brave, you have the nerves, you want to take trades, well, this is not a bad area to look for short entries. It is an area of resistance, as we have analyzed. Price is already being resisted around that zone. You may want to search for short opportunities from there on. Okay. All right, again, I am seeing this V shape, okay, as more of a let's say pullback. Okay, a pullback in that area. You really do not want to go long against that zone. All right, another reason why I may not want to go short either is because this flat top triangle here, okay, was broken, and you can see it now looks like a pullback. So if you're hitting on your sell button, you're actually trading against that level of resistance, which may now act as what, support. So you really do not want to go a short against that level as well. That is why I want to be a bit patient. All right, I just want to be patient with this. I will keep waiting, watching and waiting to see what actually plays out with the sterling pounds crosses. Okay, at any rate, that's an area of resistance, and price, it is not advisable at all to go long against that level. All right, we have analyzed that from the monthly time frame. All right, what else? We could have this level here. This is leaning just too much. Okay, well, the chart itself is obviously looking bearish, but we really do not want to go in against this level here. That's a level of support. All right, so let's just be patient. Finally, the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. We have also analyzed this before. It's simple. Connect these areas. Let's connect this. Connect these zones. Make that blue line. Keep it within the weekly time frames. Okay. Then connect these highs right there. Okay, so you will see that hesitation. All right, when price bounced around here where many people took their trades and started moving to the upside, it looks as if the world has come to an end. But hey, this is the pattern that is simply playing out. All right, that's the pattern that is simply playing out. Right now we are at that area of resistance. To me, this is an ideal location to look for short entries. Last week candle, this candle right there is a good hint that the next candle ideally should be to the downside. But again, the fundamental event for the pounds in December, I am being careful with the pounds in general. Okay, let's just be very careful with the pounds in general until that Brexit announcement is over. Okay, all right, in the daily time frame, what do we have? We got a range. That's the range right here. Resistance here. Okay, an ideal area to look for short entry. This is support, an ideal area to look for long entries. In the forward time frame, well, I will want to keep this key level, which seems to be being broken now. Price is just hovering around that area. I'll change that to Okay, make it green. All right, then they are high. For so many traders may want to call this a shoulder head shoulder pattern formation. Some traders will call it shoulder head shoulder. Okay, well, it is not the finest of shoulder head shoulder pattern formation, but if I get my breakout, if I get a breakout to the downside, then we'll be looking for our short entries. Okay, the market has been too hesitant, very sideways most of the time, so it's a bit difficult to trade. But now that we are getting some very good patterns, we would like to trade if we get the green light. Okay, well, thanks for watching. If you have questions or contributions, feel free, send them across in the Telegram channel, and we'll be very happy to respond and discuss them together as price tends to be improving. We'll talk again hopefully if we get something very interesting that's happening in the market. Do have a profitable trading week ahead.